Let's go now to Pennsylvania, where State Senator Doug Mastriano joins us now live. Hello, sir.
Hey, Matthew, thanks for having me back. It's great to see you, brother.
You too. Great to have you on the broadcast once again. Let's just go right to it. The Save America Act is one of the big things that people are talking about. Accountability, transparency, all the things from we the people's perspective. What would you like to start with? I mean, there's so many things to talk about.
So we were brought together by election integrity in 2020. The big fight, the Gettysburg hearing, RSBN was there. You have 20-some million views of that hearing. That really blew the lid off of the fraud and the corruption in our election system, something that Democrats are very good at, apparently. And, I tried to get an audit done in Pennsylvania, and the Republican leadership then, they're no longer here. But when they were in power there, the majority leader kicked me out of the caucus, stripped me of committee powers. So I couldn't do an audit of 3 counties, which is going to be Philadelphia County, York County, and Tioga County, so 2 Republican, 1 Democrat. And we're our own worst enemy. I lost my staff and all that. And so it went nowhere. It died, and not at Democrat hands. So if we're going to get our elections right, the only way we can do it is the Save America Act. And it needs to happen.
We saw President Trump the other day on Truth Social say that there will be voter ID for the midterm elections. And I think he said even without Congress. I don't know how that's going to happen. We'll see, but it'll be great if it does, including proof of citizenship. I want to shift gears from the Save America Act and dive into just what we're seeing out there. There's a lot of noise, right? There's a lot of people talking on X and Truth Social and conservative media and mainstream media. But at the end of the day, the people that are patriots at all of where I just spoke about, isn't it just the common sense versus the BS, or the truth versus the lies, and people just have to keep waking up? Or do you think most of the country is awake to all of this?
Well, I mean, you start with voting integrity. We're the only leading country in the world that doesn't require an ID to vote that I know of. When I have said in the past, I've seen better elections in Afghanistan. It was true. The international forces made sure 1 person, 1 vote. And did our best to ensure voting integrity here, and that we can't do that in America. So it starts with safe and fair elections. We want everyone's legal vote to count, period. That's it. And you can do that with an ID card, government issued. Beyond that, the evidence is so manifest, and we see we see that across the deck, the economy is improving. Our lives are getting better. Tariffs are way up, bringing in money, tax cuts, tax relief. We're seeing inflation go down to a 5-year low now. It's going to take a while to correct the Biden damage to the country. We're seeing improvements internationally. We're seeing the Iran nuclear program is gone. It's dead. We see the Iranians, on a precipice here as far as leadership, the mullahs that have been leading our country since 1979. We're seeing peace through strength. We see Venezuela, even NATO. 32 members now in NATO, and I believe all 32 are now spending their pledged 2%, and they've agreed, all of them except Spain have agreed to go to 5% in the next couple of years. This is unprecedented. NATO's never had so many members stepping up and meeting what they promised to spend on defense. So all around, America is stronger, America's back economically and internationally.
And sir, can you talk to us a little bit about why you jumped into politics? I know you were in the military and all of that, but what was it that said, you know what, I have to go and do that?
Yes, in my career field, strategic intelligence, there were no general officers. I don't think there still is. So if you make colonel, it's like 7% of us make it to colonel, and that's it. And the ceiling is there. It's not glass. It's solid. And I had a sweet job line, Matthew, that I was going to ride off into the sunset, making lots of money, lots of travel, still doing things for our country, but, without uniform. And as I was doing an interview at a local radio station, I'm in uniform talking about international affairs and what have you. And I was complaining off air about how bad things have gotten over the years for the country. And I was postulating 30 years in uniform, and have I made a difference? It didn't feel like it. And with this young man sitting across from me, not interviewing me, he was off air, just shooting the breeze. He says, "Well, Colonel, why don't you do something about it?" And that hit me right square here. And I went home and talked to Rebbe, and I'm like, we got to pray, because I don't think we could just ride off of that sunset and fade away like so many people do. And you earn it. And we prayed about it, and that's what compelled us to get in politics. So I decline the perks and whistles. I don't do the free car. I don't take the retirement, and all that blah blah. But my heart's into trying to make a difference so we have a strong and great America for the next generation, for our children and grandchildren. And Donald Trump is giving our country the best chance to have greatness and a brighter future.
Not every state senator has 250,000 followers on X, but you do, which is pretty telling, obviously, because you're on the right side of history. And I know you love God, family, and country, and freedom. And it's great to have you join us here once again. State Senator Doug Mastriano in Pennsylvania. Thank you again, sir. Thank you again for your service.
Thank you. God bless, brother. Thanks for having me. It's great to see you.
God bless.